Hello and welcome to Etherian Sanctum. Today we will do a general reading of your energy and see what the divine has to offer to you in this moment. So, we'll begin with a little meditation. I'm just preparing the cards now. And now we will go into the meditation. Gathering insights from your spirit team, from your higher self. I'm hearing water. I hear flowing water, and I also heard the word water. It's like a nice stream. It's really soothing. It's like things are flowing again. The energy is flowing again. It feels like a relief. Yeah, so I feel like the energy is about this release, this flow that has now begun. The energy is really flowing well now. All the chakras are talking to each other much more smoothly now. That's really good. And yeah, I just feel like you are feeling the love frequency. I feel like you are headed into your love chapter. This could be romantic love, but it could also just be a simple, joyous agape love, which is beautiful, beautiful love. Love is the creative force. Love is the abundance, the abundant flow, manifestation of the soul. All right, let's take a look at some cards now. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Or is that the Seven of Cups? Seven of Cups, I believe. Yes, Seven of Cups. We have the Seven of Cups. So it could feel as though maybe you have a lot of options right now. We can also see this as being your 7 chakras, and they are flowing, each with their unique brew at this time. Let's see what else we have here. Page of Chilies. This is like Page of Wands. So you are accessing this childlike frequency. This really does feel like the love frequency. You're accessing the childlike frequency of love. feel like there's renewed passion in your life, a renewed sense of play, of optimism, of curiosity. It's like childlike playtime. That's the energy I'm getting here. I almost see this figure as like an actor, like he's part of a show, and he's got like the slightest grin, like he's kind of like the Mona Lisa. He's got like that Mona Lisa grin, you know, like he looks serious, but underneath he's actually really laughing it up. So I happened to peep on the bottom of the deck, and I also saw we have the High Priestess. So you're entering your High Priestess phase right now, really balanced in your energies, really talking to the universe. This really give and take, communication, flow. So I think that's flowing really well. Because that's flowing well, you're able to access the frequency of love, and you're able to really flow energy through all your chakras. Alright, let's see what else we got here. This is the I believe this is the Four of Cups here. This is interesting. So, Four of Cups. So look at this man here. He looks a little sad. It's like he wants to offer this cactus to this woman, but she's not having any of that. Seems to be. But see, look at that rainbow there. So the man is he's not looking at the rainbow. So I think he's paying attention to the wrong thing here. He should be looking at the rainbow. But the way I read this card is, you know, you are discovering more and more when you're not in the frequency that you want to be in. You're more aware of that these days. And I feel like this card is it's a mode that you're actually transcending right now. You are catching yourself when you're not paying attention to the rainbow. You're catching yourself quicker now. And so that's really what's happening, right? Because this whole reading is the energy of flow. So we move through this card rather quickly, even though it's usually a more stable card, sort of a plateau we have to climb over. Because Four of Cups is typically this energy of, like, I'm not really happy with what's being offered to me right now. Which we could interpret your frequency, your energy is that way. But it really doesn't make sense with what we got here. You know, I feel like you're really balanced, right? You're entering this childlike sense of play and love, and yeah, you have a lot of different frequencies at your disposal right now. All your chakras are flowing, right? And so maybe what this energy is kind of like feeling like you I don't know, it really doesn't make sense to me to be honest, this card. I feel like it's just a past energy you may have found yourself in. It's like feeling as though what you have right now is not enough. But right now I feel like you actually do feel like what you have is enough. Again, on the bottom of the deck, I peeped and I saw this. So we have the Two of Swords. So I see as though your mind, you've covered the eyes of your mind. Right now you're in full trust of the universe, that the universe has a plan for you, and I think that plan is love. That plan is the love frequency. So you're trusting that, and you're shutting down the mind, and you're giving the reins to the universe. So I applaud. Good job, really. That's takes a lot of skill, and well, really, it doesn't take any skill at all. It just takes I don't know what it takes. It's honestly different for everyone, I think. But when you find yourself finally trusting the universe and letting go of what you think you know, and allowing that love frequency to come in, it's really a magical time of grace for you. So I really am happy for you. I'm very happy for you at this time. Okay, and then we have strength. Yes. So you're quelling the beast. Yes. You're like this old sage woman here, right, with the infinity above her head. So you have lots of knowledge. You've acquired leagues of knowledge, leagues above most. And you've been preparing for a long time to enter the frequency of the heart from the knowledge of your mind. Your mind has been gathering the knowledge necessary to employ itself and its skills into the frequency of the heart. So again, just excellent work. You are moving through the echelons, the frequencies at a very steady, fast rate. And yeah, I'm really proud of you. Okay, so let's see what else we got. Oh, look at that. We have the 3 of Cups. And rainbows are coming out of the cups. Yeah, and I love these rainbows, right? So it's like, look at, so this woman, she's looking like pretty confident. This woman is looking, I don't know. And then this woman, she looks very lackadaisical. She looks very, like, at ease. She looks relieved, right? So there's that relief energy that we were feeling at the beginning. So confident and relieved is what I'm getting from this, and maybe a little bit of I don't know. And that's okay. That's the mind, just the last lingering grips it's trying to hold on to, a sense of like a sense of security, a sense of not falling into the absolute boundless abyss of infinity of the heart, the frequency of the heart, because the frequency of the heart lies in a medium of reality that's entirely beyond the medium of the mind. The mind cannot grasp the medium of the heart. It's beyond it. And so to transition from the mind being mind-centered to heart-centered frequency, it's a very brave thing to be able to do. So again, I applaud you. I'm very proud of you. And it's just unlocking your rainbowness. You have rainbows within you. Just this beautiful personality full of vibrant colors and diversity and beauty. And that's what the universe is trying to flow to you right now. And because you're brave enough to step into the heart, it's happening. It's coming for you. It's happening. If it hasn't already happened, it's going to happen more and more. Just going to keep on getting more and more rainbowy and lovey-dovey in the most agape sense, in the most universal sense. It's going to be just beautiful. All right, let's get one more card from this deck, and then let's get a couple other insights here. All right, let's see. Ooh, we got the Knight of Cactus. I believe that's the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, you're really moving along at a steady pace, right? It's slow but steady, and you've really found your groove, is what I'm seeing. really found your groove. And look, this alien's sort of offering up their materials. They're offering it up to the higher powers, to the UFO here. So that's like you offering up your mind to the divine, saying, here's my mind, even maybe some of your possessions as well. Maybe possessions aren't as important to you right now as frequency is, and as aligning with the divine and centering with the heart, and allowing all your energy to flow fully and freely, allowing your energy body to be vibrant and happy and whole. That, I think, is taking precedence for you, more so than material security. And so you're offering it up, and you're going nice, slow, and steady. You're with the cows, meaning you're grounded. You're nice and grounded. You know who you are. You're established in yourself, and yet you are rising in frequency, slow but steady, slow but steady. And possibly, well, I was going to say is like possibly kind of fast. I mean, the fact that this is sort of an alien-themed deck, you know, we have this UFO here. I feel like this UFO, right, can just burst through, you know, time and space in an instant. It can go at, you know, beyond light speed. It can go at, you can travel through hyperspace and this, like, instant rate, you know. I don't know if any of you have seen, like, when a UFO just bursts off, like, out of nowhere. It goes from hovering to just, like, and you can almost see it, like, actually burst away, but it almost looks like it just disappeared entirely. I don't know if any of you have seen that in movies or in real life, maybe. That would be awesome, but you know, I kind of feel like that's kind of what this energy is a little like that. It's like very slow and steady now, but at any point it could just sort of take off instantly, and it could surprise you how fast it could take off. That's what I see there. Okay, so let's get I'm also seeing bottom of the deck. Just want to show this. Ace of chilies. So you have this big batch of spicy chilies being cooked up for you. And I see this as, you know, this is like the wands, right? So it's like your ability to create is just going to skyrocket. And we know that creation is tied with love. Love is creation. So your ability to love is also likewise equally going to skyrocket. It's already there. It's just that it's been covered up and not centered into your frequency. And also on the bottom of the deck, I saw this King of Daggers. So I see, like, you've become the master of the mind. So you are reaching sort of the end of a cycle, and now the next step, the only next step after you've reached this sort of etheric proficiency in the mind is to step into the heart, which you are doing. So wonderful, wonderful job. Okay, so let us take a little look at some other frequencies going on. So I'm thinking we take a look at fairies, what the fairies have to offer you. See, I'm thinking that. I am feeling that the fairies like to talk to us now. Sometimes just a change of words can recenter your energies. Different level. Alright, what fairy message would you like to embody in this moment here? We have undressing of a salad. That is interesting. What a card. Undressing of a salad. So interesting. Let's read about this card. I see it as like the mind is like the dressed salad, right? There's so many different doodads and accoutrements and what have yous that we learn as programs that are in our mind and thus in our reality. And the undressing of the salad, it's like deconstructing, deleting those programs, freeing up space to be our most natural, most powerful, most potent, most beautiful, most loving self that was underneath all along. That's my initial feeling of that card, but let's read about it as well. So, here it is. Just want to show you this page. Undressing of a salad. So, balance, avoiding extremes, achieving the impossible, being impossible. That is so interesting. Wow. Being impossible. And then here's the description. Brian called this painting the dressing of a salad, but in an earlier stage of the Bad Fairies manuscript, it was the undressing of a salad. I've combined the names because they show us important aspects of the card. Oh, it's both of them. The dressing of a salad requires a good balance. Disparate elements must blend into a tasty whole. The undressing of a salad requires truly remarkable adroitness. Yeah. At first one might think it impossible, but Adroito, whom we see busily balancing magical balls, is the fairy of doing impossible things. Wow. He is also the fairy of being impossible and the fairy of avoiding extremes. Sounds impossible? Well, of course it is. Both Adroito and Sally, crouched above him, are intently focused on balancing things, and the large gnome in the center finds this very amusing. He looks in two directions at once, seeing the impossibility of keeping things that are in constant motion and balance at all times, like the juggling act of life. Of course, we fall out of balance. Of course, we occasionally drop the ball. Sometimes we drop the ball, or a bird flies by and snatches it from us, and we must have to invent another one. Sometimes this seems as impossible as undressing a salad. These are times when we have to turn bad luck into good, and that isn't always easy, especially if someone else seems determined to turn good luck into bad. Everything is integrating and disintegrating at the same time. Confusion is rife, but we still try to create order and put things into balance. The whole universe is hurtling through time at an astonishing rate, and it is very difficult to keep balance on a rapidly moving object, especially as it appears to lurch unpredictably from time to time. Sooner or later, Adroito or Sally or both will drop their balls. The sulky-looking fellow on the left is clearly waiting to snatch one or two so that he can play two, or maybe just so that Adroito and Sally cannot. My money is on Adroito, though. He is smart enough to realize that old balls wear out and new ones must be brought into play. He is ready to deal with this. The balance changes constantly, but it is still balance. And then it says, things are in motion, and the outcome is impossible to predict. A cool head is required to deal with this, as is a readiness to jump in whatever direction seems appropriate. Exercise cool judgment while staying ready for the unpredictable. Sudden changes of fortune may appear good or bad, but they are in flux and can be rechanneled if necessary. Develop poise, stay calm. You can come out a winner here, but it is likely to take concentrated effort. Use power with delicacy and discretion. How interesting. How interesting. And we have the reversed, meaning imbalance occurs, confusion happens. Lovely balls fall on the floor, and we discover that they are uncooked eggs. Sleight of hand may be happening, and things that appear to be so are not, and vice versa. Misdirection may be prevalent. Attempts at over-control may be contributing to the problem. Someone may be attempting unethical or unkind manipulations. However, it is worth remembering that out of chaos we can sometimes create miracles. After all, Unity, card 1, created the whole universe that way. Wow, that was very interesting. So that was very interesting. It said a lot. It said a lot there. Trying to piece it together with what we've done so far. So we talked about that you're moving into the frequency of the heart. So I think that is kind of like the doing the impossible. It seems impossible. Because it's like using your mind to get out of your mind in a way almost. Or it's just dropping into a new vibration of consciousness, which is almost like a death. It's like a death of the old self. Death of the self that was trapped in the rigid mind. So if we combine that with what that card was saying, right? So it's a very unsteady, sort of precarious time, right? So there's a lot going on. Outer circumstances may be changing a lot, and so if we have our nose on the ball, or so to speak, that whatever the phrase is, then we're going to be able to be flexible and readjust to balance things out when it's needed. And we don't have knowledge of what's going to happen, right? Because it said things are unpredictable, but we just are going to go with the flow at a steady pace, with a steady mind, with a steady heart, and everything should work out. Everything will work out. So yeah, that's kind of how I interpret that. Moving into the heart. And trusting that all will work splendidly. All right, let us get an astrological card here. This is the astrology deck, astrological oracle cards. So let us see what astrological card would like to speak with us right now. The card is Taurus. Wow. Yeah, so At this time, it's good to stay grounded. Find what feels good. That can all help to shift into the heart. And yeah, I think that's sort of the message there. Okay, let's see what else we have here. We have healing with the angels. Let's take a look at that. That's this deck here. So healing with the angels. What energy would like to talk with us from the angels at this time? The energy is soulmate. Wow. So maybe, yeah, you might have a soulmate coming in. That's beautiful. Wow. Yeah, and that really makes sense, doesn't it? Because going into the heart, you'll be at the frequency to attract your soulmate, of course. Of course. Yes. Well, that's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Wow, a lot of things on the horizon. A lot of things on the horizon. Wow. Now, if you already have someone, then I think either that person will be seen to be your soulmate, or things will end quickly because your soulmate is coming in. So don't worry too much about it either way. The good news is that the soulmate is going to arrive no matter what, as long as you stay course to open the heart. Which we can never truly veer off course from forever, because we are the frequency of the heart. That is what creates reality. That is the makeup of reality. So it's inevitable to rediscover that, as we are eternal love. That is our essence. All right, the other angel deck here. This is Angelic Realms Oracle. I'd like to show you the cover of that. Angelic Realms Oracle. And the Angelic Realms Oracle would like to say this: Divine intervention. I am releasing control and surrendering to love. Exactly what we've been talking about. Yep, exactly what we've been talking about. 3333 on the clock. The number of transformation, divine transformation, as I see it, and the number of creation as well. Beautiful. All right. Let us get a mudra to help us out right now. Help us embody this love frequency. Huh? Let's see. Show us the mudra. Oh my god. I hope you guys can, I don't know, appreciate my random, awesome quirkiness in the ways it manifests and the random moments that it manifests. Okay, I'm kind of seeing two here. Oh, yes, okay, yeah, perfect. So the first thing we got, oh yeah, let me show you this deck. So, or what it looks like. So here it is. Mudras. And the first thing we got here is this. We got the third eye chakra, ajna. So that's really interesting. So you're opening up to your psychic gifts, your visions, right? That I think is going to be helpful at this time. And what else? What else can be helpful? This. Look at this. This is so on theme. Look at this. Opening. Yes, we are opening up. Opening up, yeah. That's nice. Yes. So let's practice that mudra right now.